What a night of fighting so far at the Santa Ana Star Center as we get to the main event. This for the welterweight title. Carlos, the natural-born killer condit, taking on Carlo Prater. And folks, this is what everyone in New Mexico has been waiting for. The title is on the line. Carlos Condit has looked so good. We've seen him in the past, Frank. This guy is extremely slick.
Yeah, well-rounded guy, good on the ground, good submissions, and he's been working with Sal Solis now for 7 years, so you know he's going to bring a stand-up game into here in the fight.
Let's talk about Carlos Condit, though, inside the cage. He brings jiu-jitsu. He brings all-around MMA. What does he do tonight to keep that belt?
Carlos Condit, like I said, is one of the best fighters in the world on his feet, phenomenal striker, and on top of that, if you take him down, you go into a really slick submission guy who knows how to fight from his back extremely well, dangerous arm bars, all kinds of triangles coming at you, really a menacing champion.
All right, let's talk about Carlo Prater. He comes to us via Brazil, and what you need to know about him, more importantly than anything else, he has beaten Carlos Condit before, albeit years ago.
Yeah, again, Prater, as I was talking about earlier, down in Brazil training, he's a lucha libre guy, very good at jiu-jitsu, very good on the ground, but again, he's the one who's working with Sal Solis the last 7 years now, who's a great stand-up coach in MMA, having guys like, training very well in the UFC, so he's going to be a very well-rounded game, bringing it here tonight with the champ.
You all set? It is the main event, World Extreme Cage Fighting.
Let the attack begin.
Carlos Condit has the belt. Carlo Prater wants the belt. Prater has beat him before, but Condit says there's no way that's happening again. He's calling it a fluke.
If Carlo Prater thinks that he's going to come into my town and walk away with the belt, he's got another thing coming.
When I beat him in his hometown. And when I beat him this time, I'm going to beat him in his hometown again.
It's going to be a test of, how far I've come from that initial loss.
It doesn't matter who I fought, who he's beat, who I've beat. It's about tonight.
There's no way that I'm walking away empty-handed.
I just think I'm a better fighter, and I'm going to win and wear that belt for a long, long time. It's my destiny.
There's only one place for the WEC welterweight title belt to be, and it's Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's where it is right now, and that's where it's staying.
Well, the fans have certainly turned out for this. It's redemption night for their son, Carlos Condit, against this man, Carlo Prater. They call him Neo, 5'11", 170 pounds, born in Sao Paulo, Brazil, now living in Brasilia. He is a thug jitsu style fighter. Frank, explain that.
That's something Yves Edwards, Sal Solis, a lot of the guys down there in Texas kind of came up with. Their jiu-jitsu, they say, is a little bit more menacing, I guess, a little more brutal, in your face.
He's well-rounded. He has a judo and black belt. He's a brown belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, so he's a good match for Carlos Condit.
That's a good skill set. Obviously, there on the ground, he's not going to be lost being a brown belt jiu-jitsu. The judo game, you should have some decent throws going his way, which is going to be a big advantage because we all know that Condit knows what he's doing on the ground.
Final preparations made for Carlo Prater as he gets set to come into the ring here. And the fans, well, most of them are on their feet. They want to see the man who has beaten their native son, Carlos Condit, but more importantly, they want a view of their native son as he gets ready backstage to come in. Carlo Prater makes his way after final inspections. So with Prater in the cage, that can only mean one thing. It is now time to cue the natural-born killer, Carlos Condit. Frank, I've seen some 1,000-yard stares before, but Condit has one of the best. Talk about focus.
Guy has a very intimidating look, very serious. He has a strong mindset. I don't think that very few other fighters bring that, he brings what very few other fighters do, just so serene, so serious. He definitely comes out wanting to hurt people.
And tonight, he wants to put the hurting on Carlo Prater, get some redemption, and more importantly, show the folks here in Albuquerque that he is keeping the title, keeping the belt in the land of enchantment.
Such a dangerous guy, too. Like I said, on his feet, this guy's K1 caliber, great kickboxer, slick, and on the ground, the guy's jiu-jitsu he's submitted very, very good jiu-jitsu guys and pumped him on the ground. He's dangerous in both worlds. You stand up with him, he can knock you out. You go down on the ground, he can choke you unconscious.
And the Santa Ana Star Center comes alive. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for this welterweight title bout. Carlos Condit, 23 years young, 6'2", 167.5, 76-inch reach. Carlo Prater, 26 years of age, 5'11", 170, and a 72-inch reach. This is the main card from New Mexico. We set it inside the cage. Joe Martinez has the official introductions.
From the Santa Ana Star Center in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, it is time for the main event of the evening. 5 rounds scheduled for the WEC Welterweight Championship of the World. New Mexico, make some noise. Are you ready? Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, is a judo and a jiu-jitsu style fighter. Standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, he weighed in officially 170 pounds even. As a professional, he brings 21 victories, 5 defeats, and 1 draw into tonight, his WEC debut. From Brasilia, Brazil, here is the challenger, Carlo Next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He is a Thai boxing and submission grappler. At 6 feet 2 inches tall, he weighs in officially 167.5 pounds. His professional record is outstanding. 21 victories, just 4 defeats in his career. And tonight, he returns home to Albuquerque, New Mexico to defend his crown. Here is the reigning and defending WEC Welterweight Champion of the World, the natural-born killer, Carlos Condit. Referee in charge of the action, Steve Mazzagatti.
All right, gentlemen, this is 5 rounds for that welterweight belt. We will have a clean, fair fight. You need to obey my commands, protect yourself at all times. Now let's hook them up. Good luck.
The chance of Carlos come alive at the Santa Ana Center in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Carlo Prater, can he get him a second time? Carlos Condit, the natural-born killer, determined to keep the belt in Albuquerque. Well, we've seen this before, Frank. Carlos Condit, textbook, loosens him up with some kicks, and then be careful.
He does. Really excellent kickboxer. Already starting to work the inside of the leg. Came over with a almost stomp on the knee there. Impressive combination so far.
Oh, and a big knee, but Condit pays for it, and a nice judo throw by Prater.
Prater took advantage of him being off balance there when he took his leg up, threw him with a hip toss. Right now, Carlos is working in on the Kimura, locking up half guard. But Prater's doing a good job of blocking it. It's on his hip right now. Really hard to pull Kimura out once the guy is there. Pushing on the knee, trying to get back into his full guard.
Prater in the white trunks. He is the challenger. Carlos Condit in the black trunks, the defending champion in the welterweight division of the WEC.
Prater actually almost had a half of a choke there. Looked like he was trying to work it over the top, but Carlos did a good job. Condit got him back in the full guard.
Digging in the heels there. Condit still going to work. Well, you have to be so wary of Carlos Condit. Just when you think you have control, the guy will reverse on you and throw some kind of jiu-jitsu move that you've never seen or expected.
Very slick with his hips, moving side to side. Here he's climbing up, pushing off on the hips, Carlo Prater. Did a good job there. You've seen earlier, he kept his head away from the cage. Armbar attempt. Switching off to the side. See there the brown belt abilities of Carlo Prater. He was able to nullify that armbar.
Similar to what Brock Larson fell into in WEC 29 when he had some great shots on Condit, but he slipped right into that armbar.
So active from the bottom, constantly going for submissions, really keeping Prater off position. Prater's doing a good job of holding him and really nullifying the guard so far, but he hasn't really done anything to cause any damage. Carlos going for the guillotine.
Prater's recognized it, but is it too late?
It depends on where he gets the carotid artery.
Prater's still moving, still active. Steve Mazzagatti right on top of the action. Wasn't deep enough.
It was pretty deep. Prater sat up like that to push down the head. You see that was a reaction of the guy that was starting to get in the choke.
Prater keeping the distance very close. Does not want to let Condit rain down those elbows that are just vicious. It's an interesting strategy by Prater.
Go for the triangle. Prater identified it though, got his arm back through. Head up, perfect way to defend the triangle attempt. Another guillotine. Oh.
This time it's pretty deep, Frank.
That looks pretty tight there. Yeah, he's in trouble.
Prater is forced to tap out. Carlos Condit has defended the title. Well, he was doing everything right until right about here.
Yeah, Carlos was able to reach over the top, get the guillotine, this time without the arm in. But Prater put the arm in there. He tried to defend it. Carlos got right on the carotid artery, used his hips, and pivoted off to the side perfectly. Guy just dropped his head. Carlos did exactly the right thing. See how the head is being pushed down, and his forearm is being driven across the throat, blocking up the blood to Carlo Prater's brain.
Prater knows he has been done in by a better fighter tonight. And there you see the proud dad. As we said it inside the cage, that's where Joe Martinez has the official results.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 3 minutes 48 seconds of round number 1. Tap out due to guillotine choke. He avenges defeat and returns home. He is still the WEC welterweight champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the natural born killer, Carlo Condit!
You're the champ, Carlos. How does it feel to avenge a loss?
It feels great, you know. More than that, it feels so good. I'm speechless right now. It feels so good to just be in front of my hometown. All the support that I got. Beating a guy like Carlo Prater is, Carlo Prater he's a badass. I was able to catch him tonight, but he's an incredible fighter, and I'm overwhelmed.
I've always said you're great, phenomenal stand-up guy, probably one of the best ones in the world at the welterweight. Did you feel that jiu-jitsu was going to dominate him?
Well, I'm very comfortable on my back, like I've proven before. All of my wins in WEC so far have come by submission, and I'm not complaining at all.
You're a champ, Carlos Condit.